Hello, hello. Welcome to English Extras. My name is Jean. If you're here, it's because you don't want to sound like a textbook. You're in the right place. This podcast is to help intermediate and advanced learners find alternatives to textbook English so you can express yourself authentically. Before we begin, if you want the transcript for this episode, you can follow the link in the description. Reading and listening at the same time is a great way to improve your English, and I also include definitions of words and phrases I use in the episode, as well as example sentences at the end of each transcript. Ready? Let's begin. What do you say when you need to pause a conversation because the dog started chewing your shoes while you're on the phone? You realized during a Zoom call that the neighbor is ringing your doorbell, or you really need to go to the bathroom. Whatever the reason, there are times when you need to pause what's happening, even if it's just for a moment. In today's episode, I'm going to share 6 ways, from quite casual to more formal, you can tell someone or ask someone to wait. The first one is hang on. Hang on. Hang on is good in casual situations. You can say, hang on, someone is calling me. Or, hang on, let me change my microphone. Hang on is a solid choice. However, if you want to make it softer for some reason, you can say, hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. Or hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. For example, oh, hang on a minute. I need to go take the brownies out of the oven. Or, hang on a moment, my dog is trying to steal my shoe. And of course, if you want to make it even softer, you can add please. Please is always a nice way to make something more polite. But in general, tone is the most important thing, in my opinion. Now, an alternative to hang on is hold on. Hold on. Same meaning, same patterns. Hold on, let me finish this puzzle first. Or, hold on a minute, I've got too many things happening at once. Right next to hang on and hold on is hang tight. Hang tight. In my experience, hang tight is not a common choice for everyday casual conversation. In my experience, hang tight is usually said when someone is telling you to stand by. So it means to wait, but I can imagine a doctor saying this to me. For example, if I'm in an exam room at the doctor's office, and the doctor is going to do what doctors do. They might say to me, hang tight for a minute, I'll be right back. But of course, they don't return for 20 minutes. In my experience, hang tight means wait, but your waiting time will not be very short. For all 3 of these options, hang on, hold on, and hang tight, they can all be made more polite by changing them into a question. For example, can you hang on a minute? Or, could you hold on for just a second? Or, hang tight for a minute, okay? Ugh, that one sounds so much like a doctor to me. The third way to tell someone to wait is simply to say 1 second. 1 second. Or 1 moment. 1 moment. So if I'm working hard on something and my husband wants to talk to me, I can say, 1 second, I'm almost done with this. You might have noticed that a lot of time words have been showing up in these options. It's very common to say 1 second or add just a second to another phrase to soften it. Of course, we don't literally mean to wait just 1 second, although some people, like my dad, will take it literally as a joke. For example, another way to tell someone to wait is give me a second. Give me a second. Or give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. If I say, give me 2 seconds to my dad replies, 1, 2, like he's counting the seconds. With the phrase, give me a second, you can also say, give me a moment. If I'm being very nitpicky, I would say that give me a second means to wait because I'm doing something else, and give me a moment means to wait because I'm too upset to speak right now. In my opinion, give me a moment has more emotional weight to it. But that's just me. I might be the only one who thinks that, but I can reference examples of this in movies if anyone is curious. Of course, just like with all the previous examples, you can make give me a second more polite by turning it into a question. Can you give me a second? Or could you give me a second? And of course, adding please is never a bad idea. I have 2 more ways to tell someone to wait. One is very formal, and the other can be formal, but can also be casual. I might hear these expressions when I'm on the phone with someone trying to make a doctor's appointment, for example. The first one is just a moment, please. Just a moment, please. This sounds very formal to me. This is not something my friends or my husband would say to me, and I wouldn't say it to them because it sounds like something a secretary would say on the phone. It's very formal. However, that's not a bad thing. Just be aware that if you were my student and said this to me during a class, I might think, very formal, very polite. The last one is bear with me. Bear with me. So this is an interesting phrase because I think it can be used in formal situations or casual ones. It means to wait, but really it carries an extra meaning. Please have patience. This expression is usually used when you're maybe a little unorganized and trying to become organized, or maybe you're sick and struggling to speak, or maybe you're having a bad day and having a conversation is a struggle. If you want someone to have patience, use bear with me. For example, sorry, give me 1 second. I'm new at this job, so bear with me. Or, bear with me. I'm looking for that information right now. The computer is just very slow. And of course, you can make it more polite by, yep, You guessed it, turning it into a question. So you can say, sorry, can you bear with me a second? I'm almost done. And now we are done. Now you have 6 different ways to tell or ask someone to wait. Which one sounds the most useful to you? Were any of these options new for you? As always, there's more in the transcript, so check out the description for the link. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.